We learn functional programming. As part of functional programming, we have completed what is functional interface and functional interface implementation purpose lambda expression, right? And we learn functional interface shortcut purpose. We also learn method reference. Correct? Did you remember? Functional interface shortcut. Okay, today class is understanding predefined functional interfaces and small programs on understanding predefined functional interfaces. Okay. Okay, can you recollect quickly how much you remember in functional interface? What is a functional interface? An interface that has only one abstract method is called functional interface. Why functional interface? For developing functional programming by using Java and implementing lambda expression and passing one function as an argument to a method directly. How can we create functional interface? By using the keyword interface. Inside interface, we should create only one abstract method. Am I allowed to create more than one abstract method? No. Am I allowed to create default methods? Yes. Am I allowed to create static methods? Yes. Can I create private methods? Yes. Okay. Identifying functional interface in the below list. How can we identify? Interface should contain only one abstract method. Then we call it as functional interface. Very important point we have learned. I have created user-defined abstract method java.lang.object class method as an abstract method. Can we consider it as a functional interface? Yes. Java.lang.object class method as abstract method not considered as an abstract method because it's already inherited from java.lang.object class. How can we guarantee an interface is a functional interface contain only one abstract method? Using functional interface. So what is a functional interface annotation? It is a marker annotation. It is meant for marking a functional interface is a functional interface and allowing only one abstract method. Why functional interface annotation? To tell to compiler and other developer this interface contain only one abstract method. Next, what is the rule on functional interface? We are allowed to apply functional interface to only interface that contain only one abstract method. What is the main purpose of functional interface? To implement lambda expression. To implement lambda expression and to represent mathematical operation. What is the main purpose of functional interface? To represent one mathematical operation and to implement that mathematical operation by using lambda expression. Is my point clear? What is the main purpose of functional interface? To implement one mathematical operation, maybe validation or maybe calculation. Validation means return the Boolean value. Calculation means do the arithmetic operation or some other operation, generate the result. Okay. And next, can one functional interface represent multiple different mathematical functions? What is your answer? No. One functional interface can represent only one mathematical function. How can we implement multiple functional interfaces with a functional? How can we implement multiple functionalities with a functional interface? Only one functional interface, one functionality. Okay, now one method with one interface. Next, how many ways we can implement functional interface? 4 ways. Outer class, anonymous inner class, lambda expression, method reference. What is the latest feature we are following? 2 features, lambda expression or method reference. By following all these things, we have developed examples. Okay. Okay, all these are we have already learned. Then now I have a question here. Tell me, I wanted to create, I'm creating one interface with 2 parameters int. Then it takes only one integer. If I want float, I have to create what? One more functional interface. If you want string, one more functional interface, one more functional interface. As many different type of values you are taking, those many functional interfaces you should define. Then is it a right design or wrong design or wrong design? Okay. Then what is the solution to this problem? Any of you remember? We must use generic functional interface. Wonderful, super. Then generic type TT. Then one generic interface that represent all different type of values. Okay, super. Everyone have remembered functional interface concept. That's nice. Appreciating you. All are ready for today class? Continuation. Tell me, what are the different combination of functional interfaces? Today class topic is different combination of functional interfaces. Today class target is understanding predefined functional interfaces. Number 2, implementing some examples on with the predefined functional interfaces by using lambda expression. Okay, now that is a today class target, and that's it. Only one point. Stream API today I'm not introducing. Stream API tomorrow. Okay, and more examples on Stream API also tomorrow. Tomorrow class is rocking like anything. Today class only working with predefined functional interface. If you don't catch predefined functional interface, writing lambda expression with for a predefined functional interface, you cannot understand lambda expression. So this workshop will be continued for, this workshop is continued for 3 days. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Today only predefined functional interface and implementing them by using lambda expression. That's it. Tomorrow, Stream API with more examples. Stream API basics plus more examples. Every method available in the Stream API we have to understand. And then day after tomorrow, we are learning extra classes called collector class, optional class, and we will explore applying all the Java 8 new features, all the knowledge in some real life examples, and also with multi-threading and with collections with following by what? JDBC. Okay. And then we will also explore all the points in ChatGPT. Okay, everything we will explore in ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, are there any new points which we have not learned? Everything we are going to learn. So by Friday or Saturday, just I put Saturday as a buffer topic. Okay, by Friday or by Saturday, by end of this week, you should know everything in Java new features. Any question asking related to stream, lambda, functional programming, you should be able to answer. Wherever you go, every interview you should pass, and our workshop should remind to you. Okay, now let's continue. Different combinations of functional interfaces. Tell me, what is the main purpose of functional interface? For representing mathematical functionality. Okay, what is the meaning of mathematical functionality? What is the meaning of mathematical functionality? Come on, online YouTube live students should be active and participate. If you are just watching the screen, I don't know whether you are understanding or not. Hare Krishna means compulsory reply. Reply is must. Okay, today I heard one heartbreaking sentence. This is, of course, from every batch I will listen, I will hear one heartbreaking sentence. One student is talking to his friend, अरे मामा इतना ज्यादा सब्जेक्ट माइंड खराब हो रहा है. वंडरफुल स्टेटमेंट नो. इतना ज्यादा सब्जेक्ट ब्रेन खराब हो रहा है. Then why did you come for Hyderabad? Why, for what purpose? Roaming on the roads purpose he came to Hyderabad. And he said that statement around 5 students. Then all the 5 students' brain is got influenced or not? Right? And the remaining 5 students who wish to learn, they also started influenced by this negative word. With negative word, we can easily influence. 100 positive words you tell, not getting influence. One negative word, katam. He is a negative energy person, most dangerous person. That's what I used to tell in the demo classes or in workshops. If you really can focus, then only spend the time. If you are just a time pass purpose, you are coming because father asking me what to do, my friend going, or my sister going, my brother going, so let me also go. Don't come like that. First you decide. First you have to decide yourself what you want to do. What you want. First you decide. Am I right? First you not decided and you are coming. Your life will never change without you decide. You change your life means first you should decide what to do. Jada subject, chota subject, doesn't matter. I want to learn car driving. Every part of the car I have to learn to drive now. Only brake I will learn, accelerator I don't learn. Oh, Jada is there. That's bad thought process. You are eating food complete up to the stomach level now. Oh, Jada food I have to eat for 10 minutes. I can't eat it. That's a mindset, is wrong mindset. So please change your mindset. You have to learn everything. Then only you'll get the job. Please stay away from the negative mind people. Okay, come back. So what are the different combination of functional interfaces? So the first point you have to understand, again, I'm telling you, sir, my way of teaching is, I don't care about that lazy people. I don't care about, time pass people. I am here to give you full subject, either by money or by free services. I don't care. Once I handle any subject, I will give you full knowledge, 0 to 100%. And in that area, there should not be any question left. And interview, when asking question, anything you should able to answer. If, for example, if that question not covered in the class, you must able to think by your own and you should able to give answer. That capacity you should have. That is where I will teach. So, interested people can continue. Ditna jada subject kya hai bhai? Chalo. Now, let me proceed with our class. Observe now what am I doing? Functional interface is meant for what? Performing mathematical operations. Okay. What are the different mathematical operations? Only two. Number one, validation. Check the given value is valid. If yes, return true. If false, if not, return false. And then simple validation means second. Second one is what? Perform calculation. Perform calculation. Perform calculation. What calculation? Take input. Perform calculation means arithmetic operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Find percentage. Okay, find given number even or odd. Given number is palindrome or not. Okay, find the relation between the value. Relation. This kind of mathematical operation and return true false or generate result. Generate result. Generate result. Now my question is, after generating this result, what should I do? You have two options. Three options. Option number one, print. Option number two, return. Print, return. Two options here. Either print or return. Then if you are printing, okay, print or store. If you are printing or storing, this is called consuming. Yes or no? Consuming. You are returning. Returning is called what? Supply. You are supplying your value to whatever the value generated, that value you are supplying. That is called supply. YouTube live students, come on. Everyone understanding? So what do you do? Three operations, just three operations, two operations, validations, calculation. Take the given value, check the given value right or wrong, return true or false. Then take the value, by using value perform calculation. That calculation may be arithmetic operations or percentage even or odd. Find the percentage of the given number, find the given number is even or odd, and then find the relation between the numbers, which is bigger, which is smaller, max or min. Relation into max or min, and then generate the result. What I have to do this result? This result, either you print or store, generally called what? Consuming. I am only consuming that value. Next, or return that value. Now, if you wanted to perform these operations, I should perform these operations on which value? Maybe int number, maybe float number, maybe char number, maybe double number, or maybe string number, or maybe array, or maybe class object. Yes or no? For performing these operations, I need one functional interface. Tell me how to create functional interface. Come on. How to create functional interface? Functional interface, come on. YouTube live students, you are only listening. I'm not getting response. Here I'm getting good response in WebEx. At the rate, functional interface. Interface. Functional interface. Some interface name. Can I take I1? I1, open bracket. Inside I should create one method. Tell me, this method should represent the mathematical operation. I am taking method name while, let's say suppose while following by method name something m1, any name, okay, m1 bracket. I have to take one value now. Which value I have to take? Int, float, double, char, boolean, string, array, class object. What value I have to take? Any value I have to take. Then if you want to receive any value, I should create this as what? Generic functional interface T. Generic functional interface T. Open bracket. Tell me what I want to do. I want to take one value ET. What I want to do? I just wanted to consume that value. take value, perform operation, generate a result I want to consume. Okay, next. Second functional interface. One functional interface represents only one operation only, na? Next, at the rate functional interface. Here what you write now? Interface. I1, I2, 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 T. What you want to do? You want to supply the value. Supply means what? Return type, na? M, no parameter. This is second functional interface. Okay, super. The next, I want to create at the rate functional interface I3 T. What I want to do? I want to take one value as a input and I want to return the result. Take input, return result. What to do now? Comma R. Remember? Interface I3 open bracket. Return type is R. Method name is M3 or M1. You can take same name bracket. What I should take? TT. You give me one value. I will perform mathematical calculation. I'll generate result, return that result. What is the first combination? Input, no return value. Second combination, no input, return value. Third combination, both input and return. Fourth combination, below. What the fourth combination? At the rate functional interface I4 of, tell me what you want. You want to perform validation. Take the input, perform validation, return the Boolean value. For that, how many inputs? One input. Open bracket. You want return what? Boolean. Method name is M1. Parameter is what? TT. That's it. So tell me, totally, how many combination of methods we have? We have 4 combination of methods. What 4 combination? One input, no return type. No input, return type. Next, input and return type. Third one, input and perform validation. And return Boolean value. So tell me, can we perform this mathematical operation, any mathematical operation with all these values or not? All these functional interface can represent? Everyone agreed? Now tell me, these 4 combination of functional interfaces required for first project, second project, third project, or every project? Required for every project. When it is required for every project, who has to develop these 4 interfaces? Every developer in every project should develop only Sun Microsystem to develop. Sun Microsystem means now Oracle Corporation. Oracle Corporation Java people must develop these functional interfaces, provide to us common to all projects. Okay, na? What is the name of this functional interface? What is this functional interface is performing? It is taking the value and consuming the value. That's why This functional interface is named as consumer. What is name? Consumer. What this functional interface is doing? Is it consuming or returning a returning? Somebody is supplying water bottles to you. Then what do you call? Supplier. It is called supplier. This functional interface is taking input, applying some formula, generating result, return that result to our program. In mathematics, you want to find the x value by applying some formula. What you call? F of x, na? Maths, simple maths. You have to calculate your maths. In mathematics, what you want to do? You want to find the x value by applying one formula. So what do you call it as? F of x. What is the f means? Function. So what do you call it as? Function. Okay. And next, according to mathematics, the function that return the Boolean value is called what? Predicate. What do you call it as? Predicate. So tell me, what are the functional interfaces we have? Number one, predicate. Number two, consumer. Number three, supplier. Number four, function. Tell me, in your lifetime, any chance to forget if you learn this way, systematic way? Are we by hearting it or learning the purpose? We are learning the purpose. Why is it and how is it? We are not learning. Sun microsystem is given 4 predefined functional interface. Number 1, predicate. Number 2, consumer. Number 3, supplier. Number 4, function. No. We are not by hearting. Yes or no? We are not by hearting. We are understand. First, we are finding the requirement. What is the purpose of functional interface? Meant for representing one functional operation, mathematical operation. Achha. What are the different mathematical operation performed? 2, calculations and validation. That is what we are learning from the day beginning of our core Java. Mathematical operation, validations, calculations. Now validation means what? Take the input, verify it, return the Boolean value. Calculation means what? Take the input, perform the arithmetic operations, generate the result. What I should do this result? Either you can print or you can return. Print to store or return. Okay, I wanted to return. Method should be return type. I want to print. Method should be return type void. I want to store. Return type is void. You can store either in the file or in the database or in the object. Object non-static, static variables. Am I right? So tell me, if you are good at methods chapter, tell me functional programming is easy or not? Functional interface representing one function. Lambda expression is implementing one function. That means you should be strong in mathematics. You should be strong in methods chapter. Just methods chapter, if you know, you can play with. Now, finally, this is the notes part which I have shared already. Different combination of functional interface. One input and no output, consumer. One input, only output, supplier. Input and output, function. Input and Boolean type value output, predicate. Look at here. Functional programming, functional interface. Representing mathematical function in programming world. 4 combination, functional interface, consumer, supplier, function, predicate. Where all these are available? These are available in the predefined package java.util.function. Okay, na? Sir, do you have only these 4, sir? No. Do you have only 4 functional interface, sir? No. 4 minus 1, 3. 43. Totally 43 functional interfaces are there. Oh my God, इतना ज़्यादा my brain खराब हो रहा है. Okay. If you tell to your brain खराब हो रहा है, it will खराब. If you tell, okay, only 43. What? For everything you should add what? Only 43. Okay. Should I learn all 43? No. Should I learn all 43? No. For interview preparation purpose, you have to learn only these four. While project development, if I require some other remaining, what do you call 39, then you have to go to approach this package and find the required functional interface. That's it. You are not going to learn everything, buddy. You are learning only important things. And with that important things, by remembering the concept, remaining also automatically you can learn. That's it. So simple. Okay, now? Now let's try. Let's try to see one by one, and we'll also do programming on each functional interface. Here, which package I have to open? Java SE API documentation. Open Java SE 21 version API documentation. Do you know API documentation means? All predefined classes are information provided with HTML files. That HTML files are technically called what? API documentation. Then which package you want to learn? Java.util.function. Java.util.function. Search there. You will get the link. Click on it. Now read this paragraph yourself. This package provides functional interfaces. Those provide target types for lambda expressions and method references. Remember what the use of functional interface. Functional interface is used for representing mathematical function in the programming world. Also used for providing target types for lambda expressions and method references. That point already we learned. Each functional interface has a single abstract method called functional method for that functional interface, to which the lambda expressions parameter return types are matched or adopted. So lambda expression cannot have its own parameters. Functional method parameters are become lambda expression parameters. Functional interfaces can provide a target type in multiple contexts such as assignment context. Functional interface provide target type means variable for assigning lambda expression, for invoking method, and cast context. If you want to cast something to something, you can use. Here is the example. Method reference assigned to the variable, and you are passing as an argument here also, and here you are doing casting return value. The interface in this package are generally general purpose functional interfaces used by the JDK. What is the meaning of general purpose? You can use, I can use, anybody use for developing programs. Okay, for any mathematical operation you want to perform, you can consider these functional interfaces and are available to be used by the user code as well. These are publicly available, user code also can use. While they don't identify a complete set of functional shapes to which lambda expression might be adopted, they provide enough to cover common requirement. What the meaning of it? These 43 functional interfaces available in this package providing enough, covering enough common requirements. If your project requires any extra requirement is there other than this functional interface, you can create your own functional interface. The interfaces in this package are annotated with functional interface. This annotation is not a requirement for compiler to recognize an interface as a functional interface, but merely an aid to capture design intent and enlist the help of the compiler in identifying accidental violations and design intent. What is this English? That's why reading API documentation is difficult for the beginners. The meaning of this statement is annotation. This annotation is not mandatory to tell it is a functional interface to the compiler, but it is a good idea providing this functional interface to avoid violations, accidental violations, adding extra functional interface, extra abstract method. Functional interfaces often represent abstract concepts like functions, actions, predicates. Okay. In documenting functional interface as referring to variables type a functional interface, it is commonly to refer directly to those abstract concepts. For example, using this function instead of the function representing by this object. Okay. When an API method is set to accept or return functional interface in this manner, such as applies the provided function to, This is understood to mean that non-null reference to the object implementation approach in less potential. Okay, this is the extra points. This is very important. The functional interfaces in this package follows an extensible naming convention. Naming convention is very, very important. These functional interfaces are divided into few categories. What are the categories? Number one, there are several basic function shapes including function, consumer, predicate, and supplier. These four are the first base. The base functional interfaces base created by these four functional interfaces. Then listen, tell me, function will take how many arguments? 1. Consumer take how many arguments? 1. Predicate take how many arguments? 1. But I want 2. Okay. Now tell me, if you want to perform arithmetic operation, I need 2 parameters now. 1 parameter will not work. I need 2 parameters. That means I need a functional interface with 2 parameters. Then tell me, I need one more functional interface called function, one more functional interface called consumer, one more functional interface called predicate. Then what is the name difference? Simple. Do you remember unary operator, binary operator in mathematics in our operators chapter? Unary, binary. Unary means it takes one operand. Binary means it takes 2 operands. Same point applied here. You function by function, consumer by consumer, predicate by predicate. Okay, na? So tell me, totally, how many interfaces you have in here? 4. If you remember these 4, automatically next 4 will come or not? Consumer by consumer, supplier, Boolean supplier. There is no by supplier, Boolean supplier. Function by function, predicate by predicate. But supplier, there is no by supplier, only Boolean supplier. Supplier will not supply tuna. Okay, 4 plus 4, 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 functional interface, automatically you learn. Then next one. Tell me, according to mathematics, I want to use unary operator, unary operator I want to apply, binary operator I want to apply. Actually, this function is taking 1 parameter and 2 parameters. 1 parameter is representing unary, na? 2 parameters representing what? Binary. No, I don't want like this. I want mathematical terminology, then unary operator, binary operator. If you want mathematical terminology, don't use function by function. In place of function by function, use unary operator and binary operator. So there are one more 2 special functional interfaces. There are additional derived function shapes which extend the basic function shapes, including unary operator extends function, binary operator extends by function. This is also same, just as it is as a function. There is no difference. Only new terminology purpose, that's it. I want pure mathematical terminology, then use unary operator. I mean operator terminology, unary operator, binary operator. Just I want calculation terminology, use function by function. Everyone, can you tell me? I want everyone tell me all the functional interfaces. Okay, without remembering functional interface, you cannot go to Stream API. You will cry. First one is what? Checka. Predicate. Second one is what? Consumer. Third one is what? Supplier. Fourth one is what? Function. Super. It accepts what? One parameter. One parameter or one value. Okay. Then I want 2 parameters. Now what are the 2 parameters? Fifth one. By predicate. Next. By predicate. By consumer. Supplier is, by supplier is not there. What is that? Boolean supplier. Eighth one, by function. Wonderful, super. Next, by deriving this function, we have mathematical terminology, unary operator. By deriving this by function, this is C not there, sir. 10th one is what? Binary operator. Wow, super. You have learned 10 functional interface within minutes. Why? Why your brain is not getting any without kharabing, jada kharabing, without troubling your brain? How could you easily remember? Because you are good at maths, right? Java and maths, don't see Java as a Java. That is the biggest mistake people are doing. They are looking at Java as a Java. That's why you are feeling difficult. Java is not Java. Java is simple mathematics. If you connect every concept in Java with maths, every concept in Java with a real world, Java is easy. Java is such a easiest programming language. You know, compared to all programming languages, which is easy, people are saying Python, Python, not Python, Java. It's very easy. No, sir, I learn already Python very easily. That is your brain. You tune your brain, Python is easy. You tune your brain, C is easy. But really, Java is easy because in Java, there is no extra special syntaxes. Simple, whatever there in the maths, whatever there in the real world, same terminology is there. No extra terminology. Okay. Next point. Up to now understood? Three categories. 1, 2, 3. Plain basic function shapes. Next, little advanced 2 parameters. And pure maths operator functionality. All are same. Now little different. Tell me, in your Java or in real life, you have something called conversions. Tell me, when you go to petrol bunk or supermarket or any weighing shop, if you go, generally will get 10 kgs 0.52 grams. Are you considering these 52 grams? No. Taking 10 kgs. And you are giving money only to the 10 kgs. If you go to petrol bunk, in petrol bunk, the petrol is coming, cost is around, 5,342.30 paisa. Are you giving this 30 paisa? No. Suppose 90 paisa. Then you are giving extra 1 rupee here. And then you are converting into to float to int. The same conversions you did in maths also, na? I mean, Java also, na? In Java, mostly used data types for numbers are what? Int. And next, long for large integers, long, and floating point what? Double. Repeat again. What is the purpose of functional interfaces? Functional interfaces are meant for representing mathematical functions. To represent, while working with mathematical functions, I required what? Inputs. What inputs? Integers and double. Integer to represent, we have two data types in Java, int long. To represent to represent floating point, we have double. Now my question, many of the times in our program, we need to convert into to long, into to double. Long to int, long to double. Double to long, double to int. Okay? And tell me, these conversion functional interfaces also required, no? Those are called two. Type parameters of functional interface can be specialized to primitives with additional type prefixes. To specialize the return type for a type that has both generic return type and generic argument, we prefix with what? 2xxx. That means what? 2 int function, 2 long function, 2 double function. Okay? And also int consumer, long consumer, double consumer. Int supplier, long supplier, double supplier. Int function, long function, double function. Okay? Everyone got some idea? Totally, how many divisions are there? 4 divisions. Now, shall I show you material now, which I prepared? This is Sun Microsystem given material. From this material, I prepared material for your easiness. What is the target of the functional programming? Passing a mathematical function directly as an argument to a method without creating explicit class and without creating explicit object. To pass a function as an argument to a method or to store function directly in a variable, what is required? Functional interface. What are the different functional interface combinations we need to develop a mathematical operation? To develop a mathematical operation, we need inputs and return output. We need inputs and return output. So the total combinations can be without parameter with void return type, with parameter with void return type, without parameter with void non-void return type, with parameter with non-void return type, with multiple parameters with void return types, with multiple parameters with non-void return type. This is what by function. These are single parameter, one argument. These are two arguments. Sample functional interface within above combination. 1. This is no parameter, just I am ignoring it. No parameter, no return type. Actually, this is useless. This functional interface actually useless. When you are not taking any input, you are not returning any input. Why I require it? I go to one shop, just looking at the shop and coming out. What is the use of you? Remove. You join the class for what purpose? I am sitting silently, you are sitting silently. Then what is the use of 2 hours waste now? There should be input and output. Sometimes only I am teaching, you are listening. Sometimes you are only telling, I am listening. Right? Or both happening in Taiwan. Now, no input, only return type. Next, input and return type. Next, multiple inputs, no return type. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiple parameters return. By using above functional interface combination, we can perform any mathematical operation. Is there any limitation? Yes, there is a limitation. With above functional interface, they can work only with int type argument, int type return type. Okay, then how many functional interface we must define to work with the different Java data types? We must use generic functional interface. Now, this one not required, I'm removing it. Now, what do you write now? Functional interface, I1, T, I2, T, I3, T, I4, T, I5, T. Notes just I am dictating so that when you are reading, you will feel comfortable. I7, I8. Are these 9 functional interfaces must be created by every developer in every project in every company? Is it a good programming practice? No. These 9 standard functional interfaces must be provided by Java designers as part of Java software library. That is where predefined functional interface concept into come into picture. As part of Java 8 version, for supporting functional programming common to all projects, 43 predefined functional interfaces are provided as part of Java library. All these 43 functional interfaces are, sir, please don't call it as libraries. Okay, now some students are pronouncing it as libraries, Java libraries. It's wrong. College libraries are college library na. What is your correct pronunciation? College libraries are college library na. Library itself meaning is what? Multiple predefined classes and interface. It is a singular, not plural. Don't pronounce it as libraries. When you say libraries means, then Java libraries, no, Java library, Python library, .NET library, like that. JDBC library, Servlet library, and all together is called what? Libraries. So please don't call it as libraries. Call it as library, Java library only. That's what my knowledge. If you feel something different, if you listen something different, it's okay. As per me, it is just a library. Okay. All these 43 predefined functional interfaces are provided in a package called java.util. Okay, java.util.function. The most important functional interfaces are consumer, supplier, function, predicate. Tell me, when you are reading this one, are you confusing now? Feeling comfortable? Consumer, supplier, function, predicate. Or you can call predicate, consumer, supplier, function. Any order you can. Why? For combination, 4 interfaces. I want 2 parameters. By function, by supplier, by function, by consumer, boolean supplier, by function, by predicate. 2 parameters, TU. 2 parameters, 1 return type, TUR. 2 parameters, TU. I will use every functional interface in tomorrow class, okay? Unary operator, binary operator. 1 parameter, 1 parameter. Hey, 1 minute. Binary operator, it should be 2, T comma. Let me show you. Binary operator, taking only 1 parameter. Okay, it is taking only 1 parameter, yeah, not 2. Okay, we will work out on this. I used only unary operator, binary operator I didn't use. Okay, look at here. We have 3 data types: int, long, double. Int unary operator, long unary operator, double unary operator. Again, int binary operator, int long binary operator, double binary operator. Okay. Now tell me, there is no generic type here. Why? Did you notice? All these functional interface contain generic syntax, but here there is no generic syntax. Why? This is meant for working with any type, but it is working with only int. Already mentioned na int. So that's why generic not required. It will work with only int value. By default parameter type is int. Okay, na? Next, these 4 functional interfaces are coming: int consumer, int supplier, int function. Taking input, int, return int. Taking input output, int. Long consumer, long supplier, long function. Double consumer, double supplier, double function. Here look at there, R. Why? Can you guess? Input is int, return value is anything. Input is long, return value anything. Input is double, return value is anything. For example, I want petrol charge, petrol money I want to take double, but return as what? Int value. I want to convert to int and return. Then you can use this method. Next, predicate. Taking int, return boolean. Taking long, return boolean. Taking double, return boolean. Easy na? If you are confusing anywhere, please ask. Now I want casting. Int to long, take int, return long. Take long, return int. Take double, return int. Okay, next, int to double function. Int to long function, int to double. Long to int, long to double. Double to int, double to long. Easy na? All these are int. On int data type, int unary, int binary, int consumer, supplier, function, predicate, int to long, int to double. Next, long data type, based on long, same copy paste, int place long. Same copy paste, long place double. See how much easy it is? Only if you remember these 4 functional interface, remaining all are automatically derived. Next, toInt function, toLong function. Given value converted to any value. You give any value, it is converted to int. Give any value, converted to long. Give any value, convert to double. That means what? Input anything, but returns what? Int. You can pass anything int, returns what? Long. You pass anything, returns what? Double. For example, I am giving you student object. Student object, return student number from the student object. What I have to take? toInt function. Take student object, return mobile number. What I should, which functional interface I have to use? Come on. Take a student object as an argument, return his mobile number. Which functional interface I have to use? toLong. Take student object and return his fees, how much fees he paid. Then what I should use? toDouble function. Okay. Now take 2 inputs and return int. Take 2 inputs, return long. Take 2 inputs and return double. So initially it's like a Padma Vyuham and you are Abhimanyu. Slowly, by going through all these documents, you'll become Arjuna. Don't worry. I am there na, Krishna, my dear Arjuna. So don't worry about it. Just you need to remember these 4 and there. These 4 remember, automatically remaining all will come. Okay na? Now, shall we go to programming now? Below program explains implementing functional interface, consumer, supplier, function, predicate. You working with only these four, and then later we will understand automatically remaining also. So shall we try one more time? Recollecting all functional interfaces as much as possible. Shall we try? Day class is meant for what? Only listener, learner. My style is everything should complete in the classroom only. Listen, learn, both complete in class only. And go to room, learner, reviser. In room you should not learn. In room you should revise. After going to room, should not learn, only revise. Totally how many sections available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sections available. First section, plain, 1 parameter. Basic functional interfaces. What are the 4? Consumer, taking input, not returning anything. Supplier, not taking input, returning value. Function, taking input, returning value. Predicate, taking input, return boolean. Array, if you remember method signature, automatically functional interfaces will come or not? Return type, method name, parameter list. If you remember this much simple, that's all. 4 functional interfaces are coming, right? Consumer, supplier, function, predicate. Khatam. Next, these 4 functional interfaces are working only with one parameter, but I want to work with multiple 2 parameters. Then now by consumer, boolean supplier, by function, by predicate. Okay. Next, I want a function by function with mathematical operators terminology. Unary operator, binary operator. Wonderful. Now you should remember these 10 functional interface names. Automatically remaining 33 functional interface names will form. Am I right? Next, I want to perform the function. I want to perform mathematical function specific to integer, specific to long, specific to double. Then what do you write? Int consumer, int supplier, int function, int predicate, int unary operator, int binary operator. 7. Correct? Int unary operator, int binary operator, int consumer, int supplier, int function, int predicate. Next, int to long function, int to double function. Totally 8. Int unary operator, int binary operator, int consumer, int supplier, int function, int predicate, conversion, int to long function, int to double function. Same repeat with long unary operator, long binary operator, long consumer, long supplier, long function, long predicate, long to int function, long to double function. 8. Wow, super. Next one is what? Double. With a double. Come on. Double unary operator, double binary operator. Double consumer, double supplier, double function, double predicate. Next, double to int, double to int function, double to long function. Wow, so easy. Right? Next, you give me any input, I will return my int value. 2 int function, 2 int by function, 2 long function, 2 long by function, 2 double function, 2 double by function. Easy now? Feeling easier now? And the last section, you give any object into consumer, consuming. It is consuming. It is not function, it is consuming. Give object, consume as int. Give object, consume as long. Give object, consume as double. Consume means not returning. Object into consumer, object long consumer, object double consumer. Okay? So if interviewer asks a question, can you tell something about predefined functional interfaces? Can you rock in the interview room? Now, let's see the program now. What is the meaning of consumer? Consumer, let me go to the API documentation for you. Now, first I have to work with consumer. Go back. Now, will you ready to create lambda expression for me? I'll show you consumer functional interface. I want you write lambda expression, consumer. This consumer is the functional interface, represents an operation that accepts a single input argument, returns no result. Unlike most other functional interface, consumer is expected to operate via side effects. Okay, that's don't worry. What is the method of consumer? Accept. What is taking? Object. Okay, look at here. Accept T. Remaining methods are default methods. We don't care. We want to work with only accept. Tell me, what is the our creation style of? Oh, sorry, very divine. Our creation of functional interface. Tell me, this is the functional interface at the rate functional. I will teach with one interface. Remaining, you should help me. Functional interface. Now interface. What is the name? Consumer of T. What is the method available? Void. You should accept it to consume. Na? I am giving food. You should accept the food to consume. So method name is what? Accept. What accept? TT. ఇచ్చిన ఫుడ్ తీసుకొని తినేయాలి. ओके, खाना ले लो खाओ. कंज्यूमर बोले तो क्या है? ले लो खाओ. ले लो खाओ. Now tell me, how to write functional interface for, how to write lambda expression? What I told? First, you have to create reference at a variable, remember? Consumer. What type of value you want to consume? What type of? What type? Type. You have to specify type, na? Which type value you want to consume? Int type value. So what you write here? Integer. C1 equal to, tell me, accept method parameter is what? Bracket T, arrow. What do you want to do? Consume. तिनेसद्दम. Okay, खाने का तैयार हैं. System dot out dot println है क्या है? T है. That's all. Taking value and printing. Then how to execute it? C1 dot, what is the method name? Accept of what value you want to consume? 10. 10 kgs of rice you want to eat, take 10. 10 items you want to eat, take 10. What the flow of execution? This 10 is giving to accept method implementation available in C1. Go to where? C1. C1 pointing implementation is this. Inside T, what is stored? 10. And go to the body section and read the T and printing on console. What is the coming? 10. Easy, na? Previously we worked with I1, M1. Now we are working with what? Consumer and accept. Tell me, I don't integer, sir. Okay. Create one more consumer with your own argument. Double A. No, sir, I want string. Okay, take string. No, sir, I want my own class object student. Okay, take student. My own class object employee. Okay, take employee. Everyone. Easy, na? Slowly entering into deep knowledge. Look at there. C1 dot x, first one is what? C1 is what type? Integer pass. C2 what type? Double pass. C3 is what type? String passed. Control 1, compile. This is an unchecked or unsafe operation. Just take light. Control. Look, output coming 10, 10.0 and HK. Whatever the values you pass, those values are printed. Okay, nobody? Clearly understood? Now, can you rewrite this lambda expression as a functional interface? Sorry, method reference. Why? In the lambda body, you are just using the parameter, not doing anything else. In that case, can you convert these lambda expressions as a functional interfaces? Help me out, right? Consumer of integer C1 equal to, if you want to implement method reference, parameter will not be there. What do you write now? Object system dot out double colon println semicolon. That's all. When you call C1 dot accept of 10, what happened? 10 is passed as an argument to here and sent to the println method. Println method printing 10 on the console. People who practice method reference, easy for them. People who didn't practice and forgot everything, little difficult. So what to do? Today, after going to home, you have to practice. Method reference concept you have to practice. It's easy for me. Think yourself, is it easy to you or not? I practiced everything so easy for me. If you also practice, it's easy for you too. Any syntax first time you learning, difficult. 2 to 3 times if you try, easy. Cycle riding first time is difficult. 10, 20 past year. Give it to printle and printle 20. Cycle riding first day, difficult. Second day, slowly habituated balancing. Third day, better. Fourth day, more better. Fifth day, riding. Everything. Until you decide, you cannot change your life. Okay? Now, save control 1, compile. Hurry. Control 1, compile. Control 2. Look at that 20, 20.0 and NIT. Past values are come. Tell me, can I pass, instead of integer double string, can I pass array object? Can consumer accept array object? Yes, any type of value you can pass. Dekho, is this example can help you? Can you make you understand? Consumer int array C7 equal to, what is coming into value variable? One array object. Can I retrieve and print all the values by using for loop? Yes. For int I equal to 0, I less than value dot length I plus plus SOP and value of I. So consumer with array object. Then how to call this method? How to call? By passing array object. This is array object creation, all you people know. Passing array object to accept method, value variable receiving it, and then logic executed. Every time value of 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Controlled. Compile. Controlled. 1 second. Let me comment this. Look, I got the value 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In place of this for loop, can I use enhanced for loop? Yes, that we'll see tomorrow class. How to use enhanced for loop, how to use for each method, how to use stream API, that is tomorrow class. Okay, na? Can I hope everybody got clarity on predefined functional interface and remembering capacity? Part T3 functional interface, remembering capacity. Tomorrow, shall we try some more examples on supplier, function, predicate, and self-developing some examples programs also? Tomorrow, I need more, half an hour for continue with the predefined functional interfaces. And then we'll go for stream API. Okay. I'll show you Google Classroom link for the people who are available here. Please wait. Any new students are joined, can access the material. Any new student joined today can take this Google Classroom for accessing material. If you have already joined, don't join. If you have already joined, don't join. If you didn't join, then only join. Okay. How much you enjoyed today class? Both have abstract method as a common. Don't tell me abstract class and interface. I want to create abstract methods. Tell me which scenario I will go with interface class and abstract class. Sai, super question. To create a main type of object, we should use interface. To create a subtype of an object by implementing some of the operations, we should choose abstract class. That is the definition you should tell to interview. We wanted to create main type of object by declaring all operations as a contract document between user classes and implementation classes. We should choose interface. Okay. We wanted to implement some of the operations of the object and don't want to implement some other operations, then we have to choose abstract class. That's part of our object-oriented programming. And I have already one in our YouTube, in Naresh IT YouTube channel, interface concept, already one video is there. You search, you will find the complete details. Your answer, your interview question answer, you can find it. Already I have covered interface in our YouTube channel. Go to search box of Naresh IT. Search there, interface by Hari Krishna. You will find that video, you can check. Swaroop 7 AM batch will come April 2nd week. Evening 6 PM new batch is starting from today. You can join if possible. 6 PM if possible can join. Today evening 6 PM new batch is starting. Okay, WebEx students, hope no doubts. Today class is comfortable to all. YouTube live students, any doubts, questions? Thank you. See you all tomorrow. Tomorrow time, same time, 11:30. Yeah, I'll upload. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.